Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 17 properties today, including 2 of our own, which I think are dynamite properties. It's a really good list today. So we're going to start off with 642 Frank Place, and it's at 344.9, and so it is a Brentridge end. So it doesn't really have a functional room in here, which the corner and the woodbine do, but you've got hardwood floors. It's the only model that actually has an eat-in area in the kitchen, which can come in very handy. Nice finishes, clean, tidy, simple, and there's a park at the end of the road as well. Handy if you've got a dog or kids or anything like that. It is a 3-bedroom. The bedrooms 2 and 3 are actually pretty small, but they're bedrooms. And so if you've even got a little kid with with a crib, and then you also have maybe a home office plus the master, that 3rd bedroom can come in handy. Only 1 full bathroom in this one. Then there's a powder room. And this is the same model on Short Read for about $15,000 more. They both have 2-car parking in the driveway. This one has a little bit more upgrading in the sense you've got your crown moldings, the floors, the kitchen even here. I've never seen a built-in oven in this model, which is fantastic. So you've also got a cooktop, which opens up some pot drawers here. The finishing touch would have been granite counters, but you have to be careful how much you upgrade these homes because they reach a point where they hit a glass ceiling where, okay, well, someone could buy a 2-story townhouse with a backyard instead of this one, which doesn't really have a backyard. Any of the 3-story Mattamy Village towns are basically backing and siding onto neighbors. You just have a front yard plus a balcony. So anyways, there's the rooms. You've got some upgraded flooring upstairs as well. Nice stuff. Very, very nice. And both of these are actually within line of what they usually do sell for. And it's strange because the Woodbines and the Brentridges for years tended to be at right around the same price point, and then the Brentridges have kind of gone up and the Woodbines have just stalled a little bit. And that's what you find sometimes is they go in trends in those homes. 1045 Cooper is 364.9. It's a 1235 square foot Bryant model, and you've got some hardwood floors, neutral colors, a couple pot lights there. This room's a little bit small. You can't really do much beyond a crib here. A lot of people use it as a home office. You put a bed in that room, it's a little bit tight. And then there's a finished basement here. Even if you don't like the wood, you could actually paint that out and just make it white, and I think it would create a nice impression. So good stuff, really nice. You've got 2-car parking in the driveway on this one here too. And again, we talk about that. There's a couple homes in today's list that have that. Doesn't always equate to dollars, but it does definitely widen your exposure, and it gives you another little edge over your competition. But it's not something where 2-car parking would add $5,000 to your price typically. So Holly Avenue is 388.9. It's a Bryn Mawr, 1733 square feet. One of my favorite layouts for these models, which is 3-story double garage in the back. They're called Main Street towns. And you don't really have a backyard in these ones either, but it's the cheapest way to get a double garage in town, and it can be a great fit for a busier couple that doesn't have a lot of time to mow the lawn and so on. So good kitchen layout. You can actually move that island. I'm not sure if it's a granite counter. Very, very aggressively priced. And I think a lot of that comes down to the competition factor, where there are a lot of these for sale right now, and they're not being swallowed up as quick as they usually are. I don't know why. It could just be that there's just a lot of homes listed right now. I have no idea, but it's a good deal. Okay, so Lavery Heights is at 389, and so you've got one big front room. You've got crown moldings here, dark hardwood floors, nice clutter-free, simple. And if you look at the other home that's on Lavery Heights at 399, I think this one has as much or even greater value, and you've got a decent-sized yard in the back too. So nice stuff. Very, very good listing. You've got Gowling Terrace at 390. Semi-detached versus the townhouse in the previous one for around the same price. 1380 square feet. It's called a Coleman model. The gas fireplace is nice. I don't know why there's a piano and nothing else in that room. I guess they vacated. It's a good layout. It's amazing. You can really tell that these finishes look old, and it's only a 10-year-old house, but the changes in taste and decor are completely different. They are real wood cabinets though, and it's got a good layout. The master's huge. It's half the house basically, and you've got 2 full bathrooms upstairs. Getting to around 11 years, so you're going to want to watch the roof and some of the ages of some of the ages of the things in the home. This one on Holly is also a 3-story double garage Main Street townhouse. It's an end unit, so you're only attached on one side, and then you're a 3-bedroom. Some laminate floors in here. Kingsbury is one of the larger models. It's larger than the Bryn Mawr that we profiled previously. It's just there's a big difference now between 400 seems to be the breaking point where you got to choose if you're under or over, and under would obviously be a lot less days on the market. So Guelph line is at 439. Bungalow on about 3/4 of an acre. There's only one shot inside, and you've got one shot of the yard. Really, this is entry point for anything country, and it's actually, I like the location here better than the one, for example, on Campbellville Road. I just find that it's a little quieter there. So Ruddy Crescent is at 469, and you've basically got one room plus the kitchen. I can't stand this layout, and I understand that the builder finished the basement. There's some value there. I just think it's awful inside. Like, I really can't stand the way they've set these homes up. And I was surprised at the last one that sold at 470. This one doesn't have as many upgrades, so I'd be surprised if they sold for asking. I don't think this one deserves to be any higher than 450, but for some reason the new stuff is commanding a lot of money, and I don't know who's paying it, but it won't be my clients. So you've got Diamond Avenue is at 479. It's a detached version of that almost similar design to the Main Street townhouses, where you've got double garage, balcony above, really no front yard, although the side yard can actually be a pretty decent size on some of these. Nice finishes inside. They've upgraded the baseboards, the window coverings, the iron pickets inside. I mean, these guys didn't spare any expense, that's for sure. So 479. The last one that sold, I believe, was in the 450s, and I thought that was even a bit high. But you look at this and say, at what point could you buy another option that had a backyard? That's the same. They tend to get capped on the homes that actually have yards. Let's see what happens. I'll be very interested. It's a good amount of size. It's more than 2,000 square feet and nice finishes. Move-in ready. Always commands a premium. Bell Street is 518, so you've got a 2-bedroom home plus 2 downstairs. So it's a back split type of design. And what they might have done is actually taken one of the bedrooms from the top floor and opened it up, and maybe even had larger rooms. 60 by 120. If it's nice, I mean, compared to some of the stuff we've seen in Dorset Park that's been selling, it could hit pretty hard. And it looks like there's an in-ground pool as well. And we're getting to the season where there's not many of those for sale, and people want them. So Danya's is our listing. It's at 569. According to the last listing, it's 2,400 square feet. I haven't been able to find the floor plans. You've got a custom mantle here, completely move-in ready. They've upgraded the baseboards, the doorknobs. Everything's been done in this home. They ripped the old kitchen out and put a new one in. And you've got granite countertops, granite backsplash under cabinet lights. You've got California shutters. And it's really been done tastefully well. And you've got a good sized backyard. You're more than 100 feet, which is old Milton size. You've got a pergola. There's a $1,000 canopy there. You've got some nice interlock in the front and back. Even the front steps have been done. So if you like move-in ready, all brick, there's actually a separate entrance beside if you're into that thing, if you have family members that may want to live downstairs. Awesome house, and it's right across from a park, and there's also a school with a built-in daycare at Bruce Trail that's right there too. So very nice. I'm a big fan of this one. I think it's going to hit pretty well. Jelinek is at 655, and it's 27 something square feet. Hazelnut model, actually a really nice floor plan. And so you've got hardwood on diagonal here. You've got some nice cabinets. We talked about this yesterday, but I'm not a huge fan of that backsplash. I think if you go too bold on the checkerboard design, it's hit or miss on whether someone's going to like it. Whereas if you stay neutral, maybe with a tumbled marble or a glass or something like that, you can oftentimes do a bit better. And so it's a good floor plan. That basement with a built-in kitchen is very handy, and I think that that's going to be the difference on this one. And I wouldn't doubt that this one's going to hang around for a while. You've got 5 washrooms in this one, including 3 on the second floor, which is really at about 2,700 square feet. This is the first time you see that. And then you also have your bathroom in the basement. So kitchen, bathroom. I don't know if there's a separate entrance, but that might be the deciding factor for someone, if they can actually get someone in without having to go through the rest of the living space. Nice home though, really good, solid list today. Cousins Terrace is at 768.9. It's just over 3,000 square feet. The biggest home that Mattamy built on a 46 by 80 foot lot, and inside it's exceptional. Outside it's exceptional too. And so you've got hardwood floors, the moldings, all the finishes have been done here. And what puzzles me though is that they've got 9 photos here, not one of the actual finished basement, which is really nice. I remember this old listing, and when it was listed a couple years ago. The one thing that really bothers a lot of people when they pull up to this one is they pull their car into the driveway. This post here is extremely annoying because it's right where you open your driver's side door, and it can be one of those things that really can kind of irk you over time. But the home itself is terrific, absolutely fantastic. Fleming here is, we're talking about well over 3,000 square feet plus a finished basement, and it's been done well too. The kitchen looks older though, so that's one of those things where it's not that hard to redo a kitchen, to modernize it. Probably $2,000, $2,500 will do those cupboards to make them look spectacular. The honey color just is not something that people are looking for. This one also looks like it has a basement apartment with a separate entrance, so that can be a really good thing. So 5 bedrooms upstairs, 5 washrooms, and again 3 of them upstairs. Very, very nice. So for the bigger homes, and again, subsidizing some of that mortgage, this can be an excellent way to go. 977 McCutcheon, this is our listing as well. It's 3331 square feet. You've got a flagstone walkway coming up to the double door entrance. It's on a nice quiet street. You see kids riding their bikes here, playing hockey all the time. This model actually won the Model of the Year from the Greater Toronto Home Builders Association in like 2005. Really awesome. Coffered ceilings, living dining room. You also have a kitchen with granite counters, dark cabinets, butler's pantry. You've got a main floor laundry. The master bedroom has 2 walk-in closets, tons of space for clothes, and you've got this spa-like master bedroom with the higher ceiling, and it's a very dramatic effect. And then you've got really the part that everybody loves is this here. In-ground pool, you've got a little cabana set up, you've got a hot tub over here, and a bit of a fire pit with some patio chairs, and just amazing stuff. So this is a very special listing, 88 feet across the back. It backs onto Forest as well, and at $799, it's certainly attractive. Playfair is another one that's, it was at $939 for a while, and the joke that I always make about this one is, do you think the agent wants you to know who listed it? But it's actually 3,900 square feet plus a finished basement. You've got that nice Heathwood door here that they put in. Exceptional finishes. I mean, if you look at the kitchen, the built-in appliances, the cooktop, big thick moldings. The floor actually down here is a cork floor, which I think is terrific for a basement floor. Master with a fireplace. So every detail in this one's been taken care of. You've got a backyard that's a premium lot. And I was surprised it wasn't selling at $939, but at $899, this is an exceptional deal, and I would highly, highly recommend it. And that's the list for today. So some really nice big homes past 500, some awesome stuff. So it should be a great weekend. If you are in town, let us know. Give us a call, and we can definitely try and hook you up to see some places and just get more familiar with the market here and have a great time. We'll see you back here on Monday.